welcome to Talk Wordy, my hub for all the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today we're focusing on the yapping, specifically about music. So buckle up, get excited, let's get into it. First of all, and we'll cut this if it doesn't make it, but this might be the first time that I actually have a video feed for you guys. My husband and I was about to say but really my husband has been hard at work to try and get my video feed up so that you can watch this visually on YouTube or wherever else, which I think is a little odd given the state of me. But don't worry, I will give the people what they want, and that is an OOTD. Let's get into it. So my pajama bottoms are from Five Below, circa 2019. That's right, we've got a polar bear pre-pandemic PJ pant. Amazing. And I did that on my first try. Excellent. Moving on, my top. You can't really see it because of my hair, but my top is from Buc-ee's. Bury me in a Buc-ee's t-shirt. I love it. And then my attitude, that's from my mother. Love you, Mom. Okay, so bury me in a Buc-ee's t-shirt. My husband is sweet as pie, and I swear I'm going to be name dropping my husband like at least thrice an episode. I love getting Buc-ee's t-shirts. He will go, and every time there's a new season and a new shirt, specifically one that's like not hideous, he will get it for me. He will bring it home, and I dutifully wear it around the house, whether it's PJs or if I'm doing an activity and I just need like a throw around shirt. Me and a Buc-ee's t-shirt go hand in hand. Same with the Buc-ee's blanket. We have several of those in the house, and I love them more than life itself. Anyways, I will shamelessly wear them. And speaking of Shameless, I know you're thinking we're going to get into the discussion about Shameless, the TV show, perhaps on another episode. I'm only 4 episodes deep into the show, not into the podcast. But speaking of Shameless, I'm ready to shamelessly talk about some of my favorite either current or upcoming music releases. So let's start off with the queen herself, Marina Diamandis from Marina and the Diamonds, who is now just Marina. She recently released her Princess of Power album, and I am shook. It is a no-skip album, and I've been kind of following along with her throughout the years, but the album before this one, Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land, an absolute 5-star banger album. 2 of the songs in particular actually inspired my romantasy duology that is out. Venus Flytrap basically inspired my first book, The Fall of Jericho, and then my second book, The Rise of Daragon, is inspired by her song Pandora's Box. So shameless plug if you want to read my books and you like mythology and villains and romantasy. But also if you like the roots of Marina. Same with The Family Jewels, her song from way back when. That also inspired my second book. So shameless plug. Let's talk about Princess of Power. Princess of Power was so good. Like I said, it's a no-skip album, and I just want to highlight my favorite tracks as of right now. The beauty of this album is that I have favorite tracks that like change by the week, sometimes even by the day. My go-to that just from start to finish, like from first listen to last, or like, first to most recent, that just has not changed for me is Roller Coaster. I just really like in the chorus how the synth or the keys, it goes like a roller coaster, and it's truly an experience that you need to have with your headphones, because like you can hear it almost like a satellite orbiting the earth. It's really sonically a masterpiece. And also the words are just like, I don't want to say it, the word, but I'm going to say it in a little bit because it's part of the title, but it's giving cutie. And you'll understand where I'm going with that later when I mention another track. After that, I want to talk about Final Boss. Final Boss is really good. I love the kind of Nintendo-inspired game synth. A lot of synth in this album, and I'm loving every second of it. It is so good. I think it's a really cool closer track, especially the way it ends. And I won't spoil it for you. You should go listen to it. I really liked at the beginning. I I really liked Everybody Knows I'm Sad because I was, in fact, sad. But I'm not sad anymore. And so the other song that's really like sticking with me, I love Hello Kitty. If Hello Kitty has 0 fans, I am dead. Hello Kitty is a great song, and I literally had to write like a mini essay for one of my friends. When she told me this was her least favorite track on the album, I had to write a mini essay to convince her why it's a masterpiece and what it actually means. And I convinced her, and I'm proud of that. Put that on my tombstone. I changed her mind, and it's an amazing song. Go stream Hello Kitty. But also, I would be remiss to not mention the one track that I just love. It makes me feel like a baddie before I go to work. I feel like a baddie even if I'm having some saddies. And I'm sorry, it's a curse word in it. It's the song Cantissimo. It is fabulous. It was one of her singles. I don't think it was her. Butterfly was her lead single. Cantissimo was one of her other singles. And I feel electric and alive when I hear that song. Like, I don't know what Salma Hayek in the Sun and Luis and Thelma on the Run has any significance to, like what that adds up for, but I'm here and I'm sashaying. I love that song. Oh my goodness. Go stream it. Go stream Cantissimo. Go stream Princess of Power. I love this album so much. And I'm just going to wrap it up there because I need you to each experience it on your own time and understand the beauty of this album. It's literally pop perfection, and it is criminally underrated right now. Nobody is talking about this album except maybe like 2 of my friends. And we need to fix that. Okay, Princess of Power out of the way. Let's talk about some upcoming releases because that's my current favorite. Like, it's out, you can stream it, go stream it. But let's talk about some that are coming up. September 19th is going to be one of the most insane days for me personally. As you can see by my lovely stack, if you're watching this on video, as you can see by my lovely stack on my desk, we've got Daisy Jones and the Six. We've got the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and we've got A Great Big Beautiful Life. And you'll see why it's playing into each other, especially the orange and green. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's start off with The Favors. Again, September 19th is going to be my Super Bowl because September 19th, we have The Favors, which is Ash and Phineas. So Billie Eilish's brother and Ash, who did Moral of the Story. If that's the only reason you know her, please go explore her discography. It is incredible. I saw her open for Kelsey Ballerini this year, and I have not stopped thinking about her since. Like, I went for Kelsey, but I stayed for Ash. Ash was incredible. They basically formed a band called The Favors, and it's giving indie, semi-alternative, pop, slight 70s sound to their music. Dare I say Fleetwood Mac sound. Okay? Stick with me on this. Fleetwood Mac, but platonic. And no, literally, when I found out that this was coming out, and then I found out that Buckingham Nicks, the Fleetwood Mac lore is insane. Buckingham Nicks, so that's Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. They are releasing a joint album. I guess it's, older songs, but they're releasing it under their same name, and I guess they're remastered. Or maybe they'll have new songs too, I hope. Fingers crossed. I looked at the track list, but I'm not that educated on them. I'm more educated on like the actual Fleetwood Mac bit. They are releasing their albums on the same day. And they have a similar sound, and they have a similar tone. And I am just so thrilled. Welcome back, Daisy Jones and the Six, because Daisy Jones and the Six is a basically fictionalized version of Fleetwood Mac. And Fleetwood Mac ties into The Favors because The Favors are Fleetwood Mac, but platonic. Oh, it's like I'm connecting a murder board with like all the red yarn and the push pins. I'm so thrilled. Welcome back, Daisy Jones and the Six. Welcome back, Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac, but make it platonic. September 19th is going to be insane. Every single that The Favors have put out, absolute bangers. The Little Mess You Made, compared to Honeycomb from Daisy Jones and the Six, the TV version, obviously, it's sonically so similar. I love a song where the two leads, the male and the female, are just yelling at each other, essentially. Incredible, spectacular, give me 14 of them. Fabulous. I'm so excited. What was I saying? The lead single, The Little Mess You Made, incredible. 6-star single, truthfully. Then we had the Hudson, and that was kind of like a mellow tone. Loved it. I've noticed that a lot of artists, if they do multiple singles before the actual album drops, the first one is always like the strongest contender or what might be the most commercially successful. And then the second one always like has a more somber tone. I'm going to let's take Lorde, for example. This album, her lead single was What Was That? That was a triumphant lead single for this album. And then the second one was Man of the Year. And that shook me to my core. And then even go back to Solar Power. The first lead single was Solar Power, and then the second one was Stoned at the Nail Salon. And if that's not one of her saddest freaking songs ever, don't even get me started on Big Star. We're not going to go there. Anyways, let's go back to the favors. And then I think literally today, is today Wednesday? No, yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday they dropped their third single, which was Times Square Jesus. They can really do no wrong. This album is going to be killer, and I have nobody to talk about it to. And hence why I'm talking to you guys about it. Hopefully I influence you. Go stream them. Go stream Ash. Go stream Phineas's music, but also just like stream the favors. Obviously, go listen to Fleetwood Mac. They're iconic. And while we're on the topic of Fleetwood Mac, I thought I would try my darndest. I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but I wanted to try and give a top 5 tier ranking list of Fleetwood Mac songs that I love. And again, similar to Princess of Power with Marina, my favorites change on a dime. But I really, really tried to nail this down and give you 5 of my like all-time favorite, like throughout my decades of listening to them. Because fun fact, even though I didn't get into Fleetwood Mac as an individual conscious being until I was in my teens, when I was in elementary and middle school and I was getting ready in the mornings, my mom would have her iPad like propped up against her bathroom vanity, and she would be playing music out of it. And all the freaking time she would have the Rumors album on, and one specific song would always be in rotation that morning. And so obviously it's going to make the list. And I would all I would remember is this one song. There was probably more that came in the rotation, but this was the only one that I would remember at the time. And I would see the album cover and I'd be like, this is so weird. What even is this music? That was actually the first Fleetwood Mac song that I ever listened to. And that was I'm going to put it at number 4, even though I should start with number 5. I'm just going to, while I've given it the introduction, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you what number 4 is. Number 4 is Never Going Back Again. That is the song that I would hear basically every school morning throughout most of my middle school tenure. And I just love it. It's very different from a lot of their other music, and it's very soothing, and I love the guitars. If I actually learned to play the guitar, which I probably won't, I would want to learn this song. Low-key, I may ask my husband to try and learn it and play it for me because it's such a beautiful song, even though the message is a teensy-weensy bit sad. Going back to number 5, though, there's a lot of ties for number 5, and I'll explain why. And I'm going to tell you all of them. But as of right now, I think my nominee for actual concrete number 5 is Gold Dust Woman. Gold Dust Woman is just so villainous to me. I love it. It sounds like the embodiment of a woman making a man grovel and like crawl across hot coals. It just sounds like an anthem of regret and bitterness And low-key Karma, I don't know. That's probably going to have nothing to do with the actual song. But that's just the vibes it gives me. And I love it. I love Stevie's vocals in this song. So that's my nominee for number 5. But my honorable mentions are Songbird. Songbird is a beautiful, beautiful song. And I actually included it. It makes a cameo in my book that's currently on book submission. It's called Bandcamp. There is a character that plays piano, and she plays it at some point in the plot. And of course, one of the love interests, and I won't say which one, basically gets to listen to her play it, and they kind of like lock eyes. So love that song. Really pretty. And then my other honorable mention is Hold Me. Hold Me is just, it sounds sad, like the narrator is talking about like a disconnect, like please just like almost like a desperation too, of just like, please just hold me. Like I just need comfort. But the way the vocals and the production are done, it just kind of makes me want to like sway, and it makes me giddy, which I don't think lyrically is what they're trying to promote, but oh well. I like that one. Okay, we're moving on to the podium. Number 3, for me, not objectively. And again, these change, but number 3, the receiving bronze is Say You Love Me. Say You Love Me. I love Christy's vocals. I almost put Everywhere on this list because I just love Christy McVie's vocals. There's not really much to say about this. It's just so bright. It's so bubbly. I really like how something about the way Christy sings this is very nostalgic to me, to where it goes further back in time than the actual core discography goes. Because I think Fleetwood Mac is more like 70s, 80s. I know they performed in the 90s too, but, hang with me. I feel like it reminds me of like the 60s. Like it goes even older for me. And it just gives me mental warmth when I hear the song. This probably doesn't make any sense, but it does in my brain. So moving on. Okay. This is going to be tough because I have these songs at 1 and 2, but I'm actually going to switch them because I'm really just not prepared for anybody to look at me and say, you're a fake fan. Number 2 is Silver Springs. Originally, Silver Springs is number 1 because I've been listening to Silver Springs since before it got TikTokified, and we'll get into that later, okay? I love the 1997 live performance of Silver Springs where they are just locked in. I swear to you, Stevie could have shot lasers out of her eyeballs when she was looking at Lindsey Buckingham. Oh my gosh. I swear to you, it should be in the history books. It should genuinely be studied, that performance. I get chills every time I watch it. I low-key kind of cry every time I watch it. And the song is just really beautiful and gutting, honestly. And I think I'm going to dock it down to number 2 only because I have a slight bad memory associated with it. And that is because I was going through it when I was listening to this one time, and it was late. It was at night. I was driving home and I was angry and I was speeding and I got pulled over while listening to this song. Yes, during the bridge. Time did not cast a spell on the policeman that, gave me a warning. But it was the first time I ever got pulled over, and it was a time. It was sad. I had a clean record. How long had I been driving? 16 years old? 16 years old until, I was 22. I was married already. Yeah, I was 22. I went, that's math. 8, 6. 16 plus 8. No, that's 24. No, it is 8. Okay. Wow, I'm so bad at math. I think I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I don't know. I went a long time with my driver's license before I got pulled over. And it was a sad affair. I cannot believe on air I just forgot how to do math. Pray for me, y'all. Okay, number 1. I'll keep it short, keep it sweet. Number 1, all-time favorite Fleetwood Mac song, Gypsy. It's just so Sydney core to me. I love Gypsy with my whole soul. I have this playlist on my phone, named after the perks of being a wallflower. It's called Tunnel Songs. So songs that make me feel infinite, songs that make me feel happy and joyous. Even if there are some sad songs on there, it's basically like my favorite songs playlist. I could put them on shuffle and I wouldn't skip a single one of the songs that are on the playlist. And Gypsy is like on the playlist and starred. I love Gypsy so much. And yeah, enough said. Now, while we're on the topic of Daisy Jones, Fleetwood Mac, song ranking list, I'm going to quickly, and I actually do mean quickly, give you a top 5 list of my favorite Daisy Jones and the Six songs, because the opportunity's there. It's low-hanging fruit. I have to do it. Another album that I want to influence you to listen. I do not care that this album was made for a fictitious TV show. I don't care. They have been in my Spotify Wrapped top 5 ever since they released. Every single year since they released. That's what, 3 years now? 2 years? All bangers, all of them. But my top 5. Number 5 is The River, and I think a lot of people are going to be shocked that I'm not putting this higher because it's a freaking bop. I'm trying to think what Fleetwood Mac song it relates to. I think it's The Chain. The River kind of dips into like the shouting. Remember how I was like, I love when the vocalists are just shouting at each other. That's what The Chain did, and that's what The River does. I was going to say Daisy Jones. Her actual real life name, Riley Keough, Elvis's granddaughter. She really went off on this song. I'm an echo in your shadow. Like, I'm not even going to try to sing it. She eats it up. Oh, it's so good. Especially the version when they add Simone. Wonderful. Number 4 is You Were Gone. I bet a lot of people skip this song. Don't ask me why. This song just appeals to me. I love it. Again, the bridge and Sam Claflin and Riley Keough's harmonies, amazing. Spectacular. Number 3 is Honeycomb. Look at us now. I know the song of the album of the show is not at number 1. What a hate crime. Sorry. There are 2 other songs that just really beat it out for me. Honeycomb is so beautiful. It's quintessential. It had to make the podium. Number 2, do not judge me for this. Number 2 is More Fun to Miss. I love the actual scene context leading up to this in the show. Oh my gosh. I was literally sweating and screaming when I watched this because in the show, she's trying to get the take right and she doesn't have enough grit. And so she and Sam Claflin are like yelling at each other in the parking lot. And then he like kisses her like really forcefully and then is like, go back in there. And she did it in one take. I think it's time for a rewatch, you guys. It's such a great show. If I'm angry, if I'm pissed at the world, that song is going to come on my my Sydney work commute world tour. It just is. And then last but certainly not least, my number 1, Daisy Jones and the Six song is Kill You to Try. I just really, really love how much it resembles the style of the 70s. It has that same nostalgia that like true Fleetwood Mac songs do. I love all of the instrumentation in it. I love the arc of the song. I feel like it has a more cinematic progression than a lot of the other songs on the album. So that's my list. And maybe we'll do like a whole Daisy Jones and the Six episode in the future. But for now, I must move on to the one, the only Taylor Allison Swift. Okay. The Life of a Showgirl, The album cover was released yesterday on the New Heights podcast, and I am ecstatic. It finally makes sense to me why Miss Swift had a death grip on those chuggy ass orange and green 1989 two-piece sets during the Eras tour when she like switched the patterns, like the style. I guess that was when she started her European leg. Man, I was like, Miss Swift just loves looking like a carrot, huh? But no, she was hinting at the life of a showgirl this whole time. Obviously, we all knew that the orange door at the end was going to be an Easter egg. I mean, that was right in our face, but what did it mean? Who knew? Everybody was like, it's Karma, the album. The orange door comes down during Karma. Girl, we're never getting Karma, the album. Just take a seat. And then what else was I'm trying to think what else this made sense for. Oh my gosh. The interview with, I think it was Jimmy Fallon, when she was like, I wonder if I can hint at something 3 years in advance. Is that even possible? And then I thought about the freaking Anti-Hero music video. During the Midnight's era, which is now 2 eras ago, she is doing the Anti-Hero music video, and her character's like really going through it. She's like sad, she's gaining weight, all this stuff. And then there's this like insane alter ego version of herself with literally an orange glitter star right by her eye, and she's in orange and green stripes and glittery shorts and go-go boots. That was Showgirl. That was the life of a showgirl all along. I was gagged when I saw that, because this woman is clinically insane. And I love her for that. As a creator, genuinely, this woman astounds me. Because if you think about it, she made the life of a showgirl while she was on the Eras tour. Can we let that sink in for a second? While she was performing the biggest tour in the world of all time, she made a whole other album. That is crazy, because I'm thinking about it for myself. She did this while she was on the Eras tour, and I can't finish the first draft of a book while I'm working my day job? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand. It's so not fair. Literally, whatever hamster is running on her brain wheel inside her noggin, that homie is athletic as heck. Mine needs to get off the couch. I swear, literally, I feel like I've got the buffering logo. Like when your phone is loading and it's just like, it's nothing's happening. It's loading, but nothing productive's happening yet. And if you're my agent and you're listening to this, I'm hard at work. Okay. There's a lot more music that I could talk about in this episode, but I'm going to keep it, I don't even think this episode is brief, but I'm going to keep it contained to this amount. But I'm going to go ahead and end the episode on one of my recurring segments, Words of Advice. So, word of advice to you, as I mentioned earlier, don't ever get attached to your favorite songs, because just when you think that they're perfectly gatekept or they're on a popular album, but nobody's talking about them, they're like your underrated favorite and you get to like claim them, those damn TikTok editors are gonna find your favorite song and they are gonna blow it up to where everybody and their mother and their dog is gonna insist, I have always loved this song. This song is so me-coded. That is how I felt when people found Fresh Out the Slammer. Every one of you were just ignoring the fact that Fresh Out the Slammer existed. And then suddenly, back in like May and June when school was ending, they're like, this is what the end of college sounds like. This is what graduation sounds like. This is what moving out sounds like. Girl, I hate you. I so much. That is my song. Not really. I can't lay claim to a song. You know what? It's for everybody, but it does burn a little bit. So, yeah, these editors will find it. And the thing is, they won't even make, not me stuttering because I'm getting so angry. Not only will they find the song and make an edit, it won't be a bad edit. That's the worst part, because if they make a pretty lame edit to it, it's not going to get any traction. Nobody's going to talk about it again. These editors are going to make cinematic level edits to these songs, including fandoms that are like uber popular, or they're just going to like make it so niche that it's going to go so viral. It's devastating. It's absolutely gut-wrenching. It shatters your soul. And then you don't know what hurts worse. The fact that one of your favorite songs is now outed and it's like public consumption to like a newer degree, or if the edit itself broke your heart. Anything the Hunger Games fandom, those edits go hard. I am so nervous for my favorite songs from Life of a Showgirl, which again hasn't even come out yet. The Greatest Showman edits that are gonna come and be put to these songs, it's gonna be heinous. It's gonna be wonderful. It's like, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. So yeah, if you have a favorite song, you either need to like not get too attached to it, or if you're going to get attached, you should probably accept your fate and just know the editors are going to find you. They're in your walls. That's enough chit chat from me for one day. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Wordy, for streaming, for watching, for listening. It truly does mean the world to me. It's nice that my banter doesn't just go to me and a camera, because that feels a little psychiatric hospital patient of me. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited for all of the music that's already out, that's coming out. Best believe that we will have a Life of a Showgirl entirely devoted episode in the future, so stay tuned for that. Once more, my name is Sydney, and thanks again for being here. I will see you guys in the next one.